I sent 7 cards into PSA. All of them had imperfections and something wrong with them. It was an experiment to see what grades they would get. And as you can see in front of me, I only have 6 cards. I already sold one of them, and unfortunately I already shipped it before I could make this video. But about a month ago, or a little bit longer than that, I made a video on how to properly submit cards to PSA. And in that video, I had all 7 cards raw, and I went through and I showed you guys what was wrong with them. So let's go ahead, let's play that clip, and then I'll reveal what grade the cards got. So let's go ahead, start with this Jordan Love Optic Holo. What I found wrong with this is that the cutting on the edges of the card wasn't perfect. As you can see, it's showing up in the camera. The cutting is a little jagged. I'm not even 100% sure if they will make this an immediate PSA 9. So it's kind of a little bit of an experiment for me on these cards as well. Now we have a Joe Burrow. This is a Clear Vision rookie, numbered to 199. And what was wrong with this is there is a minor spot down on this corner. I don't know if you guys probably can't see it in here, but I'll throw up a picture of what I saw. And that, it's very, very minor. Again, I mean, the rest of the card looks great. Because that flaw is very minor and it doesn't take away from the eye appeal, still think this one can get a PSA 10, so that's why I'm sending that one in still. Now, this next one is a Marvin Mims. This is the Purple Stars on-card auto from Optic, number to 50. So the flaws on this one, there was actually 2 things, is centering on the back. So as you can see, it is pretty heavy here on the left, and that still could potentially be in the 75-25 range for a PSA 10, but I won't really know until I get this one back. And there was also like rounding of the edges on the back. I'll show up a picture so you guys can kind of see a little bit of what I'm talking about. It's definitely interesting. Not sure how PSA is gonna grade that, but thought I would send it in. Still has a pretty good shot at a PSA 10, so that's why I'm sending that one in. This next one is a Dalton Kincaid Optic Preview Pink, and this one is definitely the centering on the back. So this one, it's about the same as the Marvin Mims, but this time it is right to left. So still could be in the 75-25% range. That's why I'm still sending this one in. This next one is a Dontavion Wicks Blue Scope. This is the Optic Preview. And this one, the issue is whitening on this corner down here. I'll throw up a picture of that as well. But just looking at this card, I do see that it is a little off-centered on the back, but that's still, it's in the 75-25% range. So I don't think that will deduct it down to a PSA 9. So that's why I'm still sending this one in, seeing if you can get away with a little bit of whitening on that corner. So here is a CJ Stroud first Bowman Pink Refractor. And the reason that this one is in this list here is it has a very, very minor print line going down the middle. It's very hard to see. But when you have it in hand up to a light, you can see a small print line going through there. But just from far away, like looking at it right here, doesn't really affect the eye appeal of the card. Everything else looked really good. And it says that you can get away with a slight printing imperfection. So that still is in the category for a PSA 10. So that's why I'm still sending that one in. Now this last card over here is a Zay Flowers Green Ice Prism Rookie. What I found on this card is a very, very, very small dimple. I'll throw up a picture of that as well. Maybe you guys can see it in here, but it is like right under the elbow. You can barely see it on camera, but I'm going to throw up a picture of that. But I don't think it messes up the eye appeal of this card either. Kind of same thing with the CJ Stroud. So that's why I'm sending this one in as well. So there you guys go. You got a good idea of what was wrong with each of the cards. Before I reveal any of the grades, I do have a very special offer for you guys. You can get $25 off your very first PSA submission when you use the code WAYNE25 at checkout. Do not miss out on this deal. PSA never does coupons like this, so take advantage. And let's just go ahead. Let's start with the Jordan Love Optic Holo. So again, it had some weird miscutting on the bottom of the card, and it got a PSA 9, unfortunately. Now, there could have been other stuff that we missed on this. Centering doesn't look absolutely perfect, but if it has miscutting, I would definitely be careful with that. I'm sure they deduct points on like the edges and stuff. All right, so now we have the Joe Burrow numbered to 199 Clear Vision Rookie. This one had like a weird dimple / mark on the bottom right there, and this one ended up getting a PSA 10. So, and actually, okay, wait, no, I still see it. But yeah, it's so small that it doesn't really hurt the eye appeal of the card, so still got a PSA 10. All right, now we have the Dalton Kincaid, which was pretty off-centered on the back. As you can see, it's very heavy right there. And this one got a PSA 10 as well, so I guess it was still in the range to get that PSA 10, so that is awesome. And then I think we had the Marvin Mims was either here or here in that other video, but that one did get a PSA 9. That one had like the curled edges, and then I think it was also off-centered a little bit. So again, we did already sell that one, don't have it in hand, but it did get that PSA 9. All right, so now we have the Dontavion Wicks. This one is off-centered. I don't think it's off-centered as much as the Dalton Kincaid, and then it has the whitening down there on that corner that you guys can see in the camera, and this one got a PSA 9. So far, we have 3 PSA 9s, that's including the Marvin Mims, and 2 PSA 10s. Okay, now we have the CJ Stroud Pink First Bowman. This one had like the small print line going down the middle of the card. Very hard to see, doesn't affect the eye appeal too much, and we got a PSA 10. So you can get away with a little bit of a surface thing, but I would definitely be careful. Now we are 50-50 on PSA 10s versus 9s. And the last one, we have the Zay Flowers Green Ice, which had like the little dimple under his elbow. And this is a cracked ice card, so it is really hard to see other imperfections. So we could have missed something else, and we got it PSA 9. So again, it's probably that dimple under his elbow, but still super sick card. So in the end, we had 3 PSA 10s and 4 PSA 9s. So in conclusion, I probably wouldn't have sent in the Dontavion Wicks since it had something wrong with it. But all the other cards, they have some significant value. If this got a PSA 9, probably wouldn't have wanted to send it in either, but I'm fine with the Zay Flowers with a PSA 9, and if these other cards got a PSA 9 since they're a little bit higher value, I would have been fine as well. So just make sure you make an educated decision on if you want to send in cards with imperfections, but as you guys can see, you can still get PSA 10s on those cards. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, use my code WAYNE25 at checkout to get a $25 off on your first PSA submission. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.